How do ocean currents shape continental shelves? Imagine vast underwater landscapes where water moves like giant rivers, shaping the land beneath the waves. That's what ocean currents do to the edges of continents. They are like invisible hands that push and pull sediments along the seafloor. These currents are continuous flows of seawater driven by wind, Earth's rotation, and differences in water temperature and salinity. They play a big role in how the land under the ocean looks and functions. Continental shelves are the submerged parts of continents that stretch from the shoreline to where the ocean floor suddenly drops off. These areas are covered with layers of sediments that build up over millions of years. Ocean currents are key in redistributing these sediments, moving them across the shelf. Strong currents can carry sediments away from one spot and deposit them in another, creating new landforms or changing existing ones. Sometimes, currents resuspend sediments from the seabed and transport them seaward, helping from sloping layers called cliniforms that extend outward on the shelf. This process helps keep the shape of the shelf balanced, with sediments being added and removed over time. Currents also interact with natural features like volcanic formations, coral reefs, and salt domes that act as dams, trapping sediments behind them. These dams shape terraces that run parallel to the coast and carve out channels across the shelf. Many of these channels are remnants of ancient rivers that flowed when sea levels were lower. This shows how currents and sediment movement preserve the geological history of the area. Another way currents influence the shelf is through nutrient movement. Seasonal winds drive currents that cause upwelling, bringing nutrient-rich cold water from deep below to the surface. This boosts marine life by providing food for fish and plankton, which in turn affects sediment stability through biological activity. Earth's rotation causes the Coriolis effect, which deflects currents to the right in the northern hemisphere and to the left in the southern hemisphere. This creates complex flow patterns like the Ekman spiral, where water layers move at angles to the wind direction. These patterns influence how sediments settle and how water circulates on the shelf, shaping its overall form. Finally, the shape of the continental shelf is also affected by changes in sea level and tectonic movements. Currents work together with these factors to slowly carve and reshape the shelf over thousands or millions of years. They help move sediments around and modify the profile of the underwater landmass. In short, ocean currents are powerful forces that shape continental shelves by transporting sediments, interacting with geological features, supporting marine ecosystems, and creating dynamic water flows. Understanding these processes helps us see how the underwater world is constantly changing and why coastal areas are so diverse and vital for life on Earth.